Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer and today I'm gamesplaining Gugong. So it's been a year since my original videos of Gugong. What do I think of it? Do I still like it? Have I even played it? Well, I think that I've played it once. It's a long time ago, but I'm pretty sure I had one more game of it after I did the video. I quite like Gugong. I think it's a really wonderful little idea of a game where you have cards, you're using those cards to allow you to do something, one of the things on the board. The card that you use has to be a higher number than the card that's there. And so eventually you get something up to a 10, you can only use a 1 to up a 10, but you only have so many cards in your hand to start with. There's a real manipulation there. I do feel that there's a card or two short on being able to actually do a heap of stuff, but that is in the design. That whole idea of let's make something really, really nice and fun and rip it away just before you're able to do all the stuff. So finding a way to actually be able to get more actions is really important. I believe that there is a expansion on Gugong that came out on Kickstarter. Now my problem was I would have backed it, but the problem is that the expansion that came out on Kickstarter is an expansion for the Kickstarter version. I have the store-bought version, which means that that expansion wouldn't work with my store-bought version. I'm hoping they do a release of the store-bought expansion. I fear that they possibly won't, but that's another thing altogether. The whole idea of this game and the way that I found works really fun, really nice is there's a river along the bottom that could be very easily ignored and is quite often easily ignored by people I play with. But if you can get onto that river, that allows you to get other benefits. So some double size helpers, servants, I think they call them, which take up more spaces when you put them up onto the board. You can get some more cards. Things like that is really important because as soon as you've got more cards, you've got more actions, and basically action selection, but using cards, not meeples. And so as I've learned with every other action selection game with placing meeples out onto spots, the more of them you have, the better you're going to do. And so going after those cards early is actually a really important process to do because the cards you get in will very likely have higher values than some of the cards in your hand. And so you'll be able to use them up on other portions of the board to do other stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on with this game to think about and get your head around. If you're someone who just takes the stuff in and goes, okay, so I need to do this, okay, I can do that, and that's as far as you think, you're probably going to struggle with this game. Whereas if you're someone who goes, oh, I can play this card here to do that, I will also be able to do this action at the bottom of that card, and so I can do that, and that will gain me this, and I can do that, and that will gain me this, you'll probably do quite well at this game. I do fear that there's a balance with which cards you get, but by placing a card down, you pick the other card up. And so on your next turn round, you're going to be able to use the card that you've picked up. There's an awful lot going on with this game. I think it's a really, really wonderful game. I think it's worth having a look at. If you have come across Gugong and you need a Gamesplaination or you'd just like to see how it plays, please have a look at my Gamesplained Gamesplaination from a year ago. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you would like to be Gamesplained, please shoot me an email to thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter @thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.